Here's the complete review summary. One battle after another. The film starts as Perfidia Beverly Hills, Teyana Taylor, walks past an immigration detention center. She meets other revolutionaries of the group, the French 75, by the U.S.-Mexico border, including her boyfriend, Ghetto Pat Calhoun, Leonardo DiCaprio, Deandra, Regina Hall, Mae West, Alana Hayim, Laredo, Wood Harris, and Jungle Pussy, Shayna McHale. They organize a plan to break into the detention center. That night, the French 75 free the detainees while Perfidia confronts Captain Stephen J. Lockjaw, Sean Penn, forcing him out of his tent with an erection before putting him in a cage. Lockjaw promises to see Perfidia again. The French 75 continue their attacks, including planting a bomb at a politician's office and destroying an electrical tower. Lockjaw obsessively watches the group, especially Perfidia. Lockjaw catches Perfidia planting a bomb at a bank robbery. He agrees to let her go if she engages in a sexual affair with him, which she does, but with her in control. Perfidia later becomes pregnant, and Pat thinks the baby is his. Perfidia gives birth to a daughter, Charlene. She grows jealous of the attention Pat gives Charlene, and eventually abandons them to continue her life as a revolutionary. Pat realizes he cannot convince Perfidia to stay. Lockjaw later finds Pat, making him realize he and Charlene are in danger. Pat arranges to take Charlene to a sanctuary city, Backtan Cross, where they now live as Bob and Willa Ferguson. During a bank robbery, Perfidia fatally shoots a security guard. After a chase, Lockjaw captures her. She agrees to enter witness protection and gives up the other French 75 members to go free, with members like Mae, Laredo, and Jungle Pussy all being killed. Perfidia later escapes witness protection and makes her way to Mexico. 16 years later, Bob has become an alcoholic and drug abuser, straining his relationship with Willa, Chase Infiniti, who trains martial arts under Sensei Sergio, Benicio del Toro. Lockjaw has been recruited by the secret white supremacist organization the Christmas Adventurers for his anti-immigration efforts. The leader, Virgil Throckmorton, Tony Goldwyn, questions Lockjaw about rumors of an interracial affair. Lockjaw lies but realizes he needs to cover his tracks. Lockjaw forces Bob's former associate, Howard Somerville, Paul Grimstad, to give up Bob and Willa's location in Backtan Cross. Lockjaw intends to kill Bob and take Willa to hide evidence of his affair. An associate of Bob's sends a distress signal to the surviving French 75. Deandra shows up at Willa's school dance just before Lockjaw's goons arrive. Bob is contacted, but his drug-fried memory prevents him from recalling the codes he needs. He escapes his home through tunnels and tries to use a payphone, but he can't remember the answer to the code phrase. What time is it? Bob meets Sergio for help and, with the vouching of former ally Talleyrand, Dijon Duenas, finally gets the rendezvous point. Sergio has undocumented immigrants, and students flee into the streets. Bob gets tasered in an alley during the escape. Deandra brings Willa to a hidden convent of revolutionary nuns. Willa is devastated to learn her mother, Perfidia, was a rat who betrayed her comrades. The Christmas Adventurers discuss the rumor of Lockjaw's affair and order a member, Tim Smith, John Hugenacker, to kill both Lockjaw and Willa as an act of betrayal against their personal ethics. Bob escapes the hospital and hotwires a car to head to the convent. Lockjaw and his goons track the convent first, and Lockjaw grabs Willa and forces her to undergo a DNA test, which confirms he is her biological father. He sends Willa off with his bounty hunter Avanti Q. Avanti, however, refuses to harm a minor, kills Lockjaw's gunman but is fatally shot himself. Willa drives away in his car. Lockjaw is then shot in the face by Smith, causing him to crash his car. Bob drives by and sees Lockjaw seemingly dead. Willa stops on a hill, and Smith crashes his car behind hers. Willa gives Smith revolutionary codes which he fails to respond to, and Willa shoots him dead. Bob and Willa reunite. Lockjaw survives but is heavily disfigured. He returns to the Christmas Adventurers, claiming he was raped in reverse. Instead of promoting him, they gas him to death in his new office and throw his body into a furnace. Bob and Willa return home. Bob gives Willa a letter from Perfidia, addressed to her as Charlene, allowing Willa to reconcile with her mother's actions. Willa then decides to join a protest happening hours away, and Bob is no longer fearful for her future.